I love that.
But still nothing. And that's my thing. Like, all right, so I'm a Parazombie fan, right? I follow Fault. I follow Predecessor.
Oh, so you follow multiple, like not just one?
Yes.
Okay.
I follow them all. I want to play Paragon, right? That's my whole thing. I built this PC to play Paragon. I knew Fault was going to be the first one that I could actually get my hands on, right? You know, and play, you know, because I'm not a partner. I'm not, well, I am now with Fault. That's different. I got into that afterwards, right?
Yeah.
So I wasn't in any, I didn't have any in connections to get in the game or whatever. And then who knows with Predecessor, how often they're, you know, they're going to do their alphas and stuff. So like Fault was the one I put most of my cards into, you know, like, all right, I'm going to put all my money, not all my money, but most money right here. I'm going to play here.
Putting your cards in the basket that you can actually hold. I mean, you know,
exactly.
I get it.
And Overprime, I've watched your videos, I've watched Briddick's videos, and I'm like, I just don't feel comfortable with that download process. You know, the fact that Briddick has, hey, NordVPN, you know, and he's promoting it hardcore now. I'm like, why? The fact that I have to get a VPN to play a game is like, I'm good. I want nothing to do with it.
I get you. To a certain extent, it does kind of put up almost like an additional red flag on that side. So I get what you're saying.
I was like, if I'll just wait. I've waited this long. I can wait longer. So watching your video, like I was talking about, watching your video, you're getting through with it with Mangoose, and like seeing it's like coming out with Steam. And that's my thing is like, this guy's sitting here trashing you because you're not putting information out. Where are they at with the information? Why are they not coming out and saying, hey, we're still working on Steam or something? Hey, we're still working on it. We're still doing things. Like to me, it's crickets. To me, hey, we're taking it down. Crickets. Like, that's it. You know, that's all I've known of it. I don't follow that man's hardcore because again, the download process kept me away from it. But when it does come to Steam and it's able to play, I'll jump on there. I'll play a little bit.
Produce more content from there. I feel like a lot of people do feel that way too. Like as far as content creator wise. By the way, I've been recording this entire time.
No, yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Just in case. But so you know what? Let's just jump right into it. You know me. Like I'll just go. So go ahead and introduce yourself because I'm like, okay, hold on. Before you introduce yourself, we did this before and we fucked it up. Okay, I fucked it up. Like our voices weren't in there. My camera didn't even show up. It was a shit show. An hour literally wasted. So it was
a good time. It wasn't wasted.
Yeah, I mean, true. Bonding,
in the sense of the YouTube video, it was wasted, but in the sense of us, you and me having a good time, it was a good time.
We just needed a few beers, low key. But
there we go.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick to some of the original questions. I'm gonna change it up, and I'm going to make it a let's get to know Cooch simultaneously with the let's be honest, because we already kind of started in a spicy context, you know what I mean?
All right.
Like we low-key already started hella spicy, and I'm liking it, you know? I'm digging it. All right,
let's go.
So all right, so first of all, introduce yourself. Yeah, start there.
I am TheCooch4. I am what I like to call myself an old gamer. Because of my age, you know, we got these young kids out here gaming, you know, not thinking that these old guys can stick with them. But I'm proud of the fact that I'm the age that I am and I'm still out here gaming. All right. And I'm going to keep doing it to who knows when. I got the gray in the beard. I got the proof, you know.
I don't mean jack shit.
You're right, it doesn't. You know, some of these young kids get gray hairs.
Right, like look at your beard, bro. You literally got like 5 straight hairs. You're like, I'm an old gamer.
It's because of the lighting. I got this blue lighting over here to help darken the beard up. You know, if I had all white lights, you might call me Old Man Winter. All right.
I'm so done, bro. So now hold on.
I have to tell you the story real quick because we're talking about the beard.
Go.
My nephew looked at me because in the Navy I couldn't have a beard, so I finally grew my beard out and I have this spot. You know, you see this like gray hair spot, right?
But I get it.
Thank you, appreciate that. So I get my beard grown out, and my nephew looks at me, and he's great kid, all right, but he's like, at the time he asked me, let's say he's 11, so he's not too young, you know. It's not like he doesn't understand how things work.
Okay.
He's like, how do you get those white strings in your beard? I looked at him, I'm like,
I'm sorry, the level of disrespect.
White strings? I was like, because he asked it so sincerely, like, you know, I'm like, dude, it's gray hair, man.
He's like, hey,
white
how can I get some of those? Like, oh my god!
How do you get those? How do you get those white dreads in your hair? No, dude, it's fucking.
Poor you, bro.
white strings, man. So, but yeah.
Now,
do you
think you being a older gamer or whatever that, if you want to call yourself that, you think you being an older gamer actually affects your gaming and or content creation?
Gaming, not so much. Not so much. Content creation, yes.
You think so?
And not in a negative way, and not in a it maybe more of in a positive way. Because me being older, I'm more experienced, and I'm able to have, because content creation to me, it's the connection with the viewers, and me having the experience that I've had through my life, the age, I've had time to have this experience. I can relate to them or connect with them on a different level than somebody who is just a young 18-year-old playing games that has no clue what that viewers went through.
Okay, I can see that. Like almost like bringing the extra different perspective gives. I mean, because you got to think about it too. Like whenever it comes down to content creation, it's almost like what separates you or what differentiates you can almost like 9 times out of 10 be your strength. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I mean, speaking of content creation, have you made another YouTube video since the last time we talked?
I haven't. I got the 2.
Bro.
I got the 2. You knew about the second one, right?
No, the last one I saw was the Decker one. Was that the second one or was it the first one?
Well, I made both. They both were Decker. One was the full game. That was the
one that you ended up being carried.
Yep, ended up being carried.
Okay.
And then I did it's like a 5-minute video of me doing like a Decker stun montage.
Okay.
I made that one. So I made those 2. I need to make another one. I've been slacking on that one, but I had a pretty busy week. I've worked over 50 hours this week, so it was hard for me to do anything, plus getting the streams in. So
now, excellent segue. What do you do outside of content creation?
Oh, I install, maintain, and repair medical devices at hospitals and doctors' offices.
Now, what did you? Since we talked about this before, I gotta introduce this. What did you do?
Doesn't make sense.
No, not at all. So that's what you do now. Before that, in the military, what did you do?
I shot missiles off ships.
Oh my God!
Pretty much
man's qualifications.
My rate in the Navy was a fire controlman, which is not a firefighter by any means. So fire controlman is the person who basically controls the firing off of the ship, right? Anything fire off the ship, whether it be the guns. Well, mainly, I guess some of the gunners' mates do the guns, but mostly like the bigger guns, like the big fucking. We've all seen Battleship, right? Okay.
True.
And you know that big gun that turns on the front of the ship and then shoots the alien off the ship? That's a fire controlman gun. The smaller guns, like the 50 cals, anything smaller than that, gunners may take care of. But anyways, I was one that.
I get you. Yeah. My
main job was to hit a button. You know, like you have your stream deck in front of you. You hit a button and a missile gets launched off the ship and goes. Okay. Well, sorry. You got something that you have for your hotkeys. You know, so you hit a button and it shoots a missile off the ship and it goes to wherever you tell it to go to. That was my job. And it has like this direct TV dish on top of the ship, and that's what basically is the homing side of that missile. It shines right on that target and it hits the target. That was my job. I never did my job. I just practiced my job for 6 fucking years and did nothing with it. I never actually shot a missile off a ship, which is good and bad, right? You don't want to be the guy, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like,
it's still a dope story to say, though.
Right.
Like, you get me? Like, you still got that. Be like, that's what I did. Get at my level, bro. How old are you? 19? Yeah. Old man.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
bro.
Right. So the only way that my job, the job I have now with the job that I had in the Navy correlates is hydraulics and schematics. Okay. So the hydraulic diagram for my ship, you know, hydraulics are very similar, right? You break down the hydraulics in your cooler for your PC. It's going to work very similar to the way that the hydraulics work on the ship. You know, you need pressure and vacuum to push the water, the liquid through one spot, and then vacuum to pull it back, and then cool it, and then bring it. You know, it's this endless loop, right? very similar situation.
Lesson here.
All right, so that's what I do.
Yeah.
With my work, we got hydraulics inside the instruments, and then we got schematics for all your wiring and everything, and even the schematics for the hydraulic side of it. So I knew how to read a schematic. I knew how to work with hydraulics. I knew how to do all that stuff because of what I did to maintain all of my equipment on the ship, so I was able to shoot a missile if need be.
And then you just
that's what qualifies me here.
Yeah, so you transition this guy. I get you. Now, I want to go back because again, we were on a spicy subject here. So
we were on a spicy subject.
So you mentioned for now you put all your eggs into Fault because it's the only one that you can get your hands on.
Yes.
Now, being there firsthand, like how long have you been playing Fault already? Because it's been several months. I don't know.
Since early access. Since early access. As soon as it dropped. So July 17th.
Okay. Since early access. Now, how do you feel about, let's just say, community involvement from Fault since July 17th till now?
Community involvement as in just overall community, or what you talking about? Like you talking about, like, you know, partners, or what do you want to do?
Well, just like in general, like how do you feel that
in general
that Fault is communicating with their people?
Oh, okay, that's what you're saying. Okay, communication with Fault. All right. I feel like when I first got there, it was let's say lackadaisical. It was a little slow with everything. It was just it like
no, but I get you. Yeah,
I felt like they were pushing out patches, which were needed and were good. But like there was nothing being communicated besides just here's patch notes. You know, here's the patch for the, you know, and then here's patch notes, and then it's like here's Decker. You know, or like, you know, the one thing I did love about Grim and Decker was that like that week of teasing, you know, that we had. It's like all of a sudden just that like you saw a little quick that right there. I'm like, and I had no clue who it was. I'm like, what is going on? What is this? What, like, I was excited, you know, and so I did like that. But other than that, it really felt like there was nothing there. And then they grew, you know, they started doing these dev blogs. The dev blogs are great. I really wish they would have done an audio version of the Sylphan's dev blog talking about the map, because I would love just to hear his voice, you know, kind of telling us how that went.
I feel like I bring up Sylphan's voice way too damn much, bro. That man's got such a radio voice, bro. Like, right? You just hear it and you're like, that's gotta be fake, right? Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. He really sounds like that? Oh man! Socket
was saying that me and him need to do ASMR videos together. I was like, what? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I was like, what?
Interesting fact: me and Sylphan had the same first name. But on a side note,
interesting. All right,
dude, right? Random as hell. Like, I was just talking about my first name, and he's just like, "That's your first name? That's my first name." I was like, "Oh shit, true." But so, let me ask you. So you're saying you like the dev blogs, right?
Yes.
How do you feel about their dev streams that they started doing with Sylphan and
Dev streams
Ryan,
are good.
actually?
Dev streams are good. I think they could be a little more informational instead of it being just like a straight up content stream, like you and me. Like you and me are going out there. That's like as us streaming the game. That's us streaming the game. Yeah. I think them using the dev stream, I think that should be pretty much a video version of a dev blog, in my opinion. And I think it's looking more like, I think it's more looking like a, hey, we're going to show you a game, and then they show us the game, which is
like a general stream as opposed to like a new, I get you. Almost like I feel like it should be like a newscast sort of stream almost. Like, hey, this is what we got to talk about. These are going to be our bullet points. We're going to hit them one at a time. We're going to answer questions as we go through. Just take advantage of the community involvement side. So I get what you're saying.
I think that would be perfect. That little news side, and then you could still end up playing the game afterwards, you know, or whatever, and kind of showing you, hey, here's the new hero, because that's kind of what it really has been for some of these dev streams have been, you know, the release of the new heroes, you know, and which is still cool, because I really enjoy the fact of what they've done for you and me and all the other partners, you know, allowing us to jump in there and be a part of that showcase, you know, and be able to do that, you know. I thought that was been great, especially for a YouTube creator like you and Briddick. You know, you guys get that a little early access to kind of make a YouTube video on a character that's not quite out yet, and you can kind of get a little more information a little ahead of time. So I thought that was a great move by them for helping us out.
Add yourself to that list. You got 2 videos, but you're working on it. I'm just throwing that shit out there. Go follow this man on YouTube. But so I get you, because my thing is, I definitely agree with you to the point that it was very lackluster in the beginning, and then as time rolled out, they've put much more of an effort and done a much better job. But I do still feel like there is that room for improvement when it comes down to it, kind of like what you said. Like, oh, your mic cut out there for a second. That, oh yeah, totally didn't come through.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There we go. All right. I just looked over and I saw it. I'm like, yo, you all right?
You knew what it was, though.
No, yeah, clearly. But I will say this. I don't know. So you brought up a good idea, because like the dev blog is kind of cool because it provides us a lot more insight, actually. But it is still written format. And I have a couple gripes on that. It's not just the fact that it's written format. It's written format on their website under the dev blog page that you get to by hitting the news tab that you get to after you've already entered the main page and navigated. And
yeah, they definitely need to follow their website and overhaul the website, because it's not user friendly for somebody like for you and me. Like, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna go get what we want, and to have an idea where we're going. All right, but if we're talking about, we got, I don't know how many people are playing or how many people are active in the community. The numbers I'm skewed right now because early access. But let's just say the lower tier people who are just casual, like literally casual players, but they want to read up on a dev blog. I met up with some new people. I raided somebody, Bearded Ronin, the other night. Found out he's like really new. He came from Smite, but he's trying to learn the game. So I was like, hey, I'll meet you up on Friday, and we'll go over some things. I'll help you out. So meet him up on Friday. Well, they just released patch notes, and they're sitting there and he's streaming. I'm listening to him on his stream. He's like, oh, what? This doesn't make sense. So I jumped into comms with him. I explained everything to him for the patch notes. I'm like, this is what's going on. He's like, okay, that makes sense. And then I'm like, all right. And then there's another guy that's been playing since early access started, and he hasn't even seen the little level up for the new HUD. I'm like, you guys haven't seen that yet? So I went to find it in the announcements. It's not in the announcements, which I was hoping it would be. But I was like, wait a minute, somebody clipped it. So I went to the Strange Matter Studios Twitch page, found the clip, and then I was like, all right, let me grab it. So I posted the link to the clip in their Discord, and they watched it. Like, oh yeah, this is nice. I'm like, that's just a little teaser. So, and I think that's another thing is like, not to give anything away, because I know they kind of want that to be a big thing, but like, it's been a little bit since they gave that teaser away. We need something more. Ooh. We need a little bit more. I don't know what it doesn't have to be a level up, obviously, but like, give us something a little bit.
Even if it's just teasing a random ass corner of the map that is so obscure, it would be like, I can't tell if that's a tower. I can't tell if that's a base. Yeah. That could literally be a new minion's ass cheek. I honestly can't fucking tell, but it's something. Exactly.
Right. Give us something, because like let's go over the gadget tease, right? The Project Gearhead, and it was they took her the picture of Gadget's arm, her arm, and they flipped it upside down and turned it, they like basically did a 180 flip upside down with it. And it's like, so wait a minute. I was like, hold up. And we like on my stream, that was pretty cool. We're sitting there, like me and my viewers were like sitting there going over like, well, yeah, but if we look at it like this, because like I knew Crunch is kind of like, got mechanics like that. I'm like, maybe it's Crunch, and I'm like, all right. And then people are like, oh no, it's Gadget. And they're like, all right, so I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, okay, I can see that. So I'm like going on pictures, looking at Gadget. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. And you could see the wire that's going around. Like literally, if you flip the picture upside down, I'm like, it's literally Gadget's arm. Like,
bro, I literally, I just looked at
like
the
it
joint.
gave us the time to, to like do it. It's like, so give us that map, that little corner of the map. It's oh man, like, where do you guys like? I could be with my viewers with that little corner of the map. Like, where do you guys think that's at? Is that the river? Is that the new river? Is that part of the jungle? Like, what is that? What do we got going on? We get you and me as partners will create excitement.
We'll generate more hype, and as well as the rest of the community. You're right. Now, you know what I think they should do? And I think we kind of touched on this as far as like, our content creation. And that's why I was pushing you on YouTube and stuff. But I really, like, here's the thing. Where is the #1 place to get information from Strange Matter? Their Discord.
Discord, definitely. 100% Discord.
Right? And their Discord will have links
and there's
to the
a
website.
mod is either going to talk to you right away, or they're going to direct you in the direction for their link or website, all that stuff. That's where the Trello was when Trello was active. It's no longer active, obviously, but that's where you could easily get to that right from there.
Now, here's my thing. My issue with that is if Discord is the main source of information, that means that the individual has to be in the Discord, paying attention to the Discord, actively following and actively seeing every post that gets mentioned. And then on top of that, how many games have, let's just think back as a general gamer, not even content creator. As a general gamer, how many games have you actually joined the Discord for that game?
Not very many at all, because the fact that when I played Paragon on PlayStation, and you did Discord on PlayStation, you know, so that's you had your own comms for PlayStation. You didn't have to do any of that stuff. So all my stuff was all PlayStation stuff. So I didn't have to do that. And that's another reason I was going to bring up with this Discord. It's like, we got so many people in the console community that wants this game, right? And which is understandable. They're working on it. We understand that. But like, they're not going to join the Discord when it's a console game, you know? Like, why would they join Discord for that? It's not. I will have a great day. Thank you.
Sorry, it's like I have an alarm. Here's the thing. I'm smart everything. I have an alarm clock set for 11:15. So literally, it changes my temperature in my house. It turns on the fans in my bedroom and everything. Like it just auto sets everything. So I don't gotta do shit and get up and we'll get to go to the hallway, set the temperature and shit. Cause my girl's randomly gonna be in the middle of the night. Oh babe, it's hot. So I'm like at 11:15, that shit drops temperature, and then like at 6:30, right before she wakes up, it raises the temperature again.
Windu's gonna be in the house. He's gonna be locked in his house, sending me a Discord man. Dude, send help. The house is locked me in.
I'm done. If Skynet is a thing, I'm done. That's all I'm saying.
Skynet sends me a encrypted message. I decode it. Skynet is real. Send help. Oh shit.
Get me out. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? I really think they're missing an opportunity, man. I
do.
Like right now, I promise you, their YouTube videos on their YouTube channel are way more watched, way more shared than anything that they put on their Discord. Which I think, like, for example, your dev blogs, not even just an audio format, like legit. Just either have that person read out or have, you know, Sylphin or Ryan just reading the devlog out loud.
Nothing against Ryan, but definitely Sylphin.
True. But
nothing against Ryan. I love my bearded brother.
It's the mic, the voice. I don't know what it is. But what I'm saying is it's a much better way to get that information out to people. Like if they release patch notes, like besides, for example, like us content creators have to literally make a video about patch notes, and then people know what the patch notes are. Unless they find them in game, unless they read them in game, the average person isn't going to just search for it unless they're a hardcore gamer and they're like, oh my god, they changed bell armor, now I gotta change it. You know what I mean? Like that.
This is the first game that I literally followed patch notes this hardcore.
It's probably just because you're your partner. Low-key.
No, I followed it before as partner. So before, what it was with Paragon is I didn't know what a MOBA was. I played Paragon. I downloaded the game because it was a free full game download, and I had a PlayStation without a game to play. So I'm like, let's play it. And I started like, oh man, and I ended up falling in love. The visuals were great on it. The gameplay was great on it, but I didn't know what I was doing objectively. I knew that I was supposed to, I got yelled at to go to the lane I was supposed to go to. I'm like, oh, okay, I go here, you know?
True.
And then I went down that lane and I was Murdock, and I would just run to their tower and I'd start shooting. Next thing you know, the tower's hit me, I got to back up. But I'm sitting there like, I'm just pressing them, and then I'm getting ganked all the time. I didn't know what a ward was. I didn't know anything. But I'm sitting there and I'm having fun with this game, and I'm like 0-10-0, you know, like done. Like I'm horrible. What are you doing as an ADC? I'm having fun, you know. And then it's like, all right, now I get to know the game. It took a little, you know, Paragon obviously closed down. I'm missing the game. I didn't know what it was. I still didn't know. I mean, I guess I knew what I was playing a MOBA at the time, but I still didn't know anything of it. League of Legends was the only thing out there. League of Legends was the only thing out there that I knew of, and I'm a PlayStation player, so like I'm not playing League. So what am I gonna do? So I'm like, all right.
I feel that.
And then Genesis came out, and I played that for a while and had a good time with that. so I played that. I played that, and I was having fun, and that's when I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, it's the MOBA. Like, it's not necessarily Paragon that I fell in love with, it's the style of game that I fell in love with. I'm like, that's what it is that I love, because like, why would I love playing Genesis? It had its issues, obviously, but like, why would I love playing Genesis? Oh, you know, I'm like, it's those only thing that's to connect with that. I'm like, so then like that made me like really follow the Parazombies even more. I mean, like, I was watching all the videos that everything was putting out, you know, Mangoose and Briddick, and anything was come out, I was, oh, and Sylphin come out with a video. I was like, watching, I followed Sylphin's little hole. Hey, I'm with Team Metabuff, you know, and then he like left Team Metabuff and he came to, you know, Strange Matter Studios. I'm like, wait, I was watching those videos. I was following everything I could, and then I'm like, this is it. This is what I want. Like, as soon as this gets here, everybody's asking me, hey, you gonna play this game with me? I'm like, I don't know. Like, if Fault's out, I'm probably not playing anything. Like, and that's really what it's been. Like, you check my game history, I haven't touched anything else, man.
Bro, I'll give you kudos. I mean, then again, I know you also got your job and everything, so it's almost like a release at the same time whenever you play Fault. Right, when you get used to playing Fault, like 5 to 10 hours a day, 5 days a week minimum, you get me? Like, it just gets to a point, like, just definitely. Any MOBA, it gets to a point where I'm like, I low-key just want to play Tetris. Like, just throw some mind-numbing game at me. You want to play tic-tac-toe, bro? I'll play tic-tac-toe for an hour. Let's go. You get me?
So my son's been playing on my PlayStation. I got all my games downloaded on there, and he was playing Paladins, the high-res, free Overwatch game, you know. I had it down there because I love playing Paladins, you know. And at the time, I wasn't paying for Overwatch. I was watching him play it. I'm like, I have that on the PC. I could easily play that. And like, low-key, I sent you that message. I didn't know. I was like, because I'm down for doing this. Obviously, here we are doing it. But like, if he tells me we're gonna well, it's already downloaded. It's already on the PC. But I'm like sitting like, if he tells me, yeah, let's reschedule, I'm like, I think I'm gonna load up some Paladins. I'm gonna get it on the PC. Like, I'm gonna sit here and play some games on PC. But I was like, man, I might do this. Then I'm like, nah.
He's like, caught me. So, hey man, download Battlefront 2 on Epic Store. That shit's free until like the 21st.
Free? All right.
BT dubs. But I don't know, man. Like, my thing is, I try, not only as a Fault partner, but as a content creator always, to give my opinion, but always try to give the feedback. You know what I mean? And I, like, as far as Fault, I really think that that's a huge feedback that they should take, listen to, and go off of, because they need to use their YouTube as much as possible, because YouTube's algorithm for sharing content is going to be way more effective than just hoping that somebody shares it with a buddy. You know what I mean?
Sharing content, yeah. Sharing content, and also just, or what about searching it? What if you don't have a buddy? What if you're the only person, you know, like that's playing the game? You know,
you're just gonna go on YouTube and search Fault.
You're gonna search Fault, or you're gonna search something, you know, like Decker gameplay or whatever, anything, or Fault announcements or whatever. Yeah. But if you're not, you know, like, what if you're that console player that's just waiting to understand, like, wait, have they made an announcement for a console yet? You know, are you going to download the Discord app just to come out and ask that question? Why don't you just go to Fault and see, like, search their announcements? You know, go to YouTube and search their announcements and see if there's anything that they've said about console release or anything new about that. You know,
make a video about those announcements.
Yeah, because even if you did have Discord, there's no real good search, you know, mechanic to get what you want out of it, you know, because
stuff on Discord, when you go to horrible, search, bro, if it's not in the last few messages and you have to scroll up to find it, give up.
Yeah, right. You know, but then you're gonna have to search. You can't just search that whole server, to my knowledge. You have to search that channel.
Chat. Yep.
So so you're gonna search Gen Chat. That's gonna be gone in minutes, you know, and then you're gonna search, you know, like, I don't know, feedback or community feedback, or, you know, or announcements. So like, you gotta sit there and go through all those channels. You gotta search that, and it's like, that just, it's too much. When you go to YouTube, make that search. Got it.
They could honestly just make a YouTube playlist. Hero reveals, YouTube playlist for teasers, YouTube playlist for announcements, and just every time that they post an announcement, put it in that playlist. And
yeah,
that's it. And here's the thing, they don't even have to go too much into detail. Like, I would even be okay with them saying something like, hey, guys, this is the latest announcements. We have a patch update. Our overall goal for this patch update was, this is what we hope to achieve from it. Details are in the link below. You get me? At least some sort of way, like put a billboard and be like, hey, look, we did this, guys. Because I really do feel like a lot of the community isn't noticing a lot of the work that they're doing. Like, I got a video that's coming up here that I basically go over the last dev blog, which was kind of low-key a flex from them to saying, hey, this is all we've done, in case you haven't noticed. You know what I mean? And it's just one of those things that I think if they were advertising, let me not say use the word advertising. I think if they were presenting that information in the right channels, then I feel like a lot of people would already know that all these changes happen. You feel me? And I don't know, like I really do think that's almost a missed opportunity. But you did also mention in there, you mentioned like the fact that they've treated us fault partners well with like early access to info and stuff like that. Like, let me ask you, and I know we actually talked a little bit about this one in our first recording. Now, what do you think is the best part of being a fault partner, excuse me, and why do you think somebody should try and get that quote unquote partnership?
Ooh, when I remember we talked about this before, and it was, what are the things that you need to do to try was something, you know, that you need to know before you try. But being a fault partner, the best thing about being a fault partner is being able to be there with the community, in the sense that, like, feeling the support from the community. You know, like, you're there, like, I'm a fault player just like they're a fault player. But like, they come to us and they'll ask us questions, and they kind of, you know, we're kind of that segue,
bridge,
you know, that bridge, you know, so like that, so it's like we get that point, you know, and it's nice to feel that, like, all right, I got, you know, hey, you come ask me questions, I got my notepad, I'll type my notepad up, all right, I'll ask, you know, and then I'll go in and I'll like, all right, hey Ryan, what do you know about this, you know, like, what's going on here, what's going on that, you know, so that's nice. To be a fault partner though, like, what do you, so like, I think if somebody wants to be a fault partner, like, I would say try it if that's what you want. If what you want to do is be a partner, if you have the passion for the game, then go for it. Like, that's really what it comes down to for me. Oh, why do you think it helps? Okay, that's what. Yeah, that's the question. My bad. That's a tough question.
It is.
That's a tough question because, like,
and this is gonna be like this. That's the type of question that's also like individual. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like, it might help me in different ways versus it helps you.
That's what I'm like.
You know. Like I'll give you my example. Like, for me, like, first of all, let me just point out, a lot of people forget a fault partnership isn't like, you know, like strings attached.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, I'm only repping this company, but the fault partnership, for example, gets us those raids on Twitch. Like, if you're a Twitch streamer, that's big. Raids from the main channel. You'll just be streaming. You could have 20 viewers. Next thing you know, you have over 200. So that's actually a really nice boost for a channel. It expands your community. You grow. That's a nice thing.
Right. No, and that's kind of where I was trying to answer it for the partners. Like, the answer of the group of partners. Like, how do I answer this for everybody? So I guess I'm going to answer it just for me, because that's really all I can answer for.
Yeah, do it up.
Because there's going to be benefits. So, like, for me, like, you know, as you know, I've seen you see my messages or whatever. Every Tuesday, I do Cooch's Custom Tuesdays. You know, it helps me, like you were saying, grow the community. You know, like, I have that platform now as a, when I can post as, hey, I'm doing customs. Everybody's welcome. Come join in. You know, and we're just gonna have some fun. And that's, so like, it gives you that. It kind of gives you a platform to stand on, and you know, not say you're a big deal, but they kind of like say, hey, you know, come hang out. You know, like, we're gonna rep and have some fun. think that's really the biggest thing, is it gives you a platform. I guess that's the way to say it.
Yeah. I mean, and also we do get that, like, you know, partners do get information early. Now, in the past, we didn't get too much, but I definitely have been pushing that with like Ryan, for example. Like telling things, I'm like, hey man, like for example, Mortgage is coming out on Monday. I need to know, I need to have a video, I need to have a picture the week before, minimum. Because like if you expect me to have content ready as a partner for the day of the launch, I can't get that shit the day of the launch.
Right.
You feel me?
And that's something, I mean, he kind of hinted towards us about getting something else, you know, about, you know, signing some things or whatever, and to be able to get us more information. And I know they're busy, but that's something I think that still needs to get pushed, and could be more beneficial for us, because again,
turn them into like NBA testers, so to speak.
Exactly. Partners. Let's do, you know, because our main goal, I feel for them, our main goal, or their main goal that they want us to do, is to generate hype, right? You know, just bring in more in the community, and we can generate hype if we have more information to generate hype with. Not necessarily give away answers like, hey, now this is not true, anybody listening to this, Sereth is the next, you know, hero being released, and we're not gonna go out and say that, but we're like, hey, we know who the next hero is, and you guys are gonna love it. You know, we could, you know, that's what we're gonna be doing. If somebody comes in a chat, hey, you know, well, I can't say much, but I can tell you right now, this next hero you got that we have coming out, we've been testing it, or not testing it. I haven't been tested it, you know, but like, you know, I've seen it, or I've, you know, somebody's told me about it. I know what the next hero is, like, and you guys are gonna love it, you know. And I got a little hint of what the kit's gonna look like, something like that. There's just a little teaser, you know, that little bit, like, I'm telling you, you're gonna love this next one, this next patch, or whatever it is. It's like, hey, this is what we're working on, just to give us something that we can
doing all that a week in advance would be huge.
You're right.
Like, I mean, whether it be on Twitch, whether it be on YouTube, being able to build up that hype within our own personal communities and within the general aspect of the community, that's huge. Now,
for sure,
how did you feel about that winter drop, Twitch drop event for partners?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
It was wild, right? I think it was actually very well done. I didn't surprise it to go that smoothly. Like, I would say the only hiccups were, you know, how quick people were getting their stuff in the beginning, or like the, you know, kind of, you know, steps that people had to take. It might have not been the most clear there. But as far as the execution, people got their codes and stuff, like, I thought it went super smooth. I was like, I can't wait for the next one.
The Twitch drops, that was great. I had somebody, you know, because, you know, me being you know, one of the smaller streamers, you know, when we're talking about viewers wise and stuff like that,
go for
like somebody like thank you, appreciate it. So, but when we got like being, you know, small, and it's like, I had somebody come into one of my friends' discords, like, it's like, even at me, was talking to my friend in his Discord, dude, I think Cooch is gonna make partners soon, like talking about Twitch, because my viewer numbers were pretty high for that, you know, and like, so it was cool. Like, it really gave me an increase. It kind of helped me out, you know, like put my name out there, you know, people who maybe wouldn't have clicked on me because maybe I was a little bit lower on the viewership, you know, put my name up there, like, hey, so that's that extra push. And even if I only get out of that, you know, let's just say it was 20 viewers, even if I only get 2 more people to show up out of that, that's still 2 more people that I grew.
It's still growing.
You know, that's growing. Yeah. Exactly. So like that, it's very beneficial. And I loved it. As a partner, I was all about it. Now, as a part of the community, I loved it even more. I thought that was like, even if I wasn't a partner and, you know, we didn't have the access to the stuff already, I would have been all about it. Like, I'm watching, you know, I haven't had a game that I played that Twitch did these Twitch drops that I was like all excited for to watch, you know. I did, like, I think I watched Valorant, somebody playing Valorant or whatever. Just like
the last time I was excited about a Twitch drop was to get access to Valorant.
Right. And I think I did get access, but I never touched it. I think I finally got access, but I watched people play it. And after I watched people play it, I'm like, yeah, it's not for me.
It ain't for you.
I've never been a CSGO fan. And that's really, it's CSGO and Overwatch had a baby. And then there you go.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I'm good. No, thanks. So, but I mean, I could see that people's love for it and how they want it, you know, but I was like, yeah, I got it. I can download it, but I'm like, yeah, it's not for me. So I just, you know, but that's the only thing I ever did. But other than that, I've never done anything. I was like, oh man, these, You know, I have a friend that's I don't know if he's a partner for Rust or not, but he's got Rust drops, you know, on for Twitch, you know. And I think I was watching his stream. I was sitting there streaming, and I get this notification on my Twitch chat from OBS. I'm like, a notification, like, what? I look, I'm like, I got a drop from. I'm like, okay, I'll never play it. So, it's like, but yeah, so but yeah, I thought it was awesome.
So a two-part question on this one.
All right.
We show up on their website and they give us their shout outs and stuff like that. Have you noticed a difference from that? Like, have you ever actually had somebody say, hey, I came from the Fault website? Like, you know how somebody will be like, I came from YouTube, or I came from Discord, or this person suggested to you.
Yeah.
Do you think you felt and like any
from the website? No, not at all. I do feel that I get people because they have that part in Discord that for us to post our links when we go on live. I do feel that I do get some of my viewers, more off of that. But yeah, no, when it comes to I know you don't. I know I follow. I post it all the time because, like I said, I literally feel that that's where I get. You know, you post your videos in there, which is a good, which is good for me.
YouTube videos, that's it.
Yeah, you got your YouTube videos in there, but I would say that would be good for me because that's where I would see it. I do see them in there, but I always get the notification on the phone automatically, so I just watch it from that.
Bell, I feel you.
I got you, brother.
But no, I just also think that that's probably like room for improvement. Like, it's nice to like have that list on there, and like. But I really do feel like their community tab is almost like either hidden or just not important compared to.
Again, we talked about it a little bit earlier. Their website definitely needs to get revamped. The thing is, you're always going to see me as the guy that sticks up. I'm the white knight of everything. You know, like, that's just kind of what I am because I'm a positive person.
Right. Hold on, let's do this. Time out. I low-key gotta use the bathroom. I'm so sorry. I've been dancing over here. We're gonna pause it on White Night.
White Night.
3 hours later.
Oh, I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back. No, you're good. You're good.
Now, so you said White Night. That's a strong terminology to use, bro.
Yeah.
Why do you consider yourself a White Knight? Hold on. Let me ask that.
It's because I'm a very positive person, and I'm gonna stick up for the community. I'm gonna stick up for SMS and Fault and on Meta Studios, and and with Predecessor until they actually fail, or until they do something like completely screw the community
lose your trust or something. I got you.
Yeah, something like that, because like until then, they've done nothing to me to make me feel like I should not keep supporting this game. So I was saying that because I always feel like I'm saying her name wrong. Alea, is that her name? Or
I'll be honest with you, bro. I've thought about it, and I'm like, have I been saying her name wrong this entire time? Because I say Alaya, but I think it's Alea.
It could be Alaya.
Yeah.
Alaya or Alea slash Alea.
Much love to her.
I don't know.
Awesome.
Yeah, much love to her. I know she's the one that also is in from what I understand, she's the one that's in charge of the website. Okay. But she's also one of the ones that's in charge of doing the HUD. So as a community, which one do we want her to work on more? The website or the HUD?
Ooh, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so like, I think the website does need to get. Yeah, I think the website does get revamped, but that's also something. It's an early access game. Let's get this HUD out there. Let's get that game looking beautiful, and then she can just focus on that website, and that website's gonna look fucking great when that HUD's out. You know what I'm saying?
Fun. Yeah. Because that's where I'm at. That is basically like the first iteration of the website, and they've just been adding stuff to it, but it hasn't been revamped. And I know they have plenty of feedback on it, and they're probably gonna get to a whole revamp, rather sooner than later. But like you said, it just comes down to priorities.
Yep. And they just posted that they're looking to hire people. So if we can get to hire some more people that can help out with the HUD, and give Alea some time, like, all right, you guys got the HUD now, you guys got it, this is our vision, this is what we want, you guys can work on this. All right, I'm gonna go over here, let me work on the let me get revamp this website a little bit. So I see room for improvement for sure, but that's also a great thing to look at. If the game has no room for improvement, it's gonna get stale quick.
True. I mean, yeah, there's always gonna be room for improvement.
Yep.
Now, you know what? You actually brought up an interesting subject here that I kind of want to hit on before we end. Have you actually paid attention to their additions to their theme that they've done?
When they first made the they added the three people like not too long. Oh, I said it too long. It was like a couple months ago. They added like 3 new people. One was like an artist, and they kind of showed you his work and stuff like that. I say his work. I don't know.
No, but I get you.
Yeah, they showed you their work. And I was looking at all that stuff and the stuff that he's done prior. I was like, it was looking pretty good. Other than that, I don't know if anybody else has been added. I don't know what's been going on. I know they're hiring. I did send Ryan a little message like, hey, I saw that everything you said you're hiring for, you're looking for this, you need to have this experience. My brother has actually went to school for game design, but he hasn't been able to find any experience because in Michigan, there is no game design teams. So I'm like, if you're looking for somebody like a young mind to hey, let me mold him. He's like, has no previous experience. So it's easier to mold the mind at, I'm like, let me know, because I mean, he's willing to, to be on a team that can teach him the ways. I was like, so we'll see.
Now, you know what I think is again, just room for improvement, or a missed opportunity that I hope they capitalize on. Like you said, they added 3 people. One of them was a character designer. I got the list pulled up right here. One of them was a technical artist, like map design, stuff like that. And another one was a UI designer. Why haven't we seen...
So he's the one working with Alea.
Yeah, like why haven't we seen teasers of what they're working on? Like whether it like
we haven't, because that was before the little level up. We saw the level up, we saw that, but we have not seen the other 2. We have not seen the map, the map guy. We have not seen,
and even the level up quick animation that they showed. Like, I get it, but even if they were to go into the dude's profile and just show a UI that he's made, or you get what I'm saying? Well, here's the thing. They showed 2 pictures.
Yeah.
You feel me? I went to the zoo today.
No, I get what you're saying.
I sent you a million pictures. There's no context there.
I didn't have no emo get in my car though, so
but that's
you
what
only
I'm
sent me
saying.
pictures.
Like the picture of the emu doesn't show that the emu stuck his neck through my car. You feel me? Like there's a whole nother level between a picture and just a quick little teaser, like context. Yeah, or something.
Show me his No,
anything
I got
from
you.
the portfolio,
no,
and not just him. Let's say the character design guy. Like the character design guy is the one that they showed off the most. They showed 2 of his previous models. Right? Like they don't even have to show the models moving, but I know for a fact they can easily just put that model in Unreal Engine and record as the camera just moves around the character. Like, you get me? Like as it just scans and be like, look at some of this detail. He works for us. Just check out, follow this YouTube channel to see what's coming soon. Hello?
No. 100% agree.
That's a simple commercial, low key.
Yep.
You get me? And I just sit here and I'm like, God, there's so many missed opportunities, like, feedback, this and that. But I for example, I would love to hear more about these new guys. You get me? Like, I would love to hear more, like, why did he decide to get into graphic let's say into, character design? How does he think he's going to be able to, even if it's just a quick little interview or a quick little, hey,
that could be
about me.
That could be the dev blog.
That could be
a dev blog. Here you go. This is about me of character design. And then who I don't know his name, right? It's not in front of me right now. So the guy who does character design. Here's a dev blog of him, and it's like the about me of him. And then the guy who does map design, dev blog of him. Kind of explaining him and how he feels that he's going to be a benefit to the team. And then the same thing with the guy with the HUD design. And here's like about me, and this is me and Leia working together. We got this. We got it planned out. We're doing great. Whatever. A little dev blog on it. I think that would be perfect. A little get to know. You little read up on it.
It'd be cool. They could actually, even into the dev streams, they could add just those individuals as like a special guest here and there.
Yeah.
They don't even have to show their face, just a voice, and they can talk about the subject, the character design, just generalize on some of the plans that they want to bring down the road. You know, like he can maybe throw some ideas of characters that he's got. This man could literally say the most obscure thing imaginable. Like, hey man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was thinking about a lizard that breathes fire, but those are his basic attacks. Like something random like that, and be like, a lizard carry? What? Like, like the community would take that into a million. Like, potential? Is it confirmed? Is it not confirmed?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
But you get me? Like, there's just so many opportunities that can be done, because I do feel like one of the issues that I've seen with Fall and with the general games, any of them, whether it be Fall, Predecessor, etc., I'm noticing a specific trend of when we're working hard, we kind of got our heads down. You know what I mean? Like like us as a community, or even us as content creators, we don't necessarily like. It should be a well-oiled machine along the lines of, hey, we're working hard and we're getting ready for the PR and we're getting ready over here. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And I think that's where like you have the devs, right? If you go in the Discord, you got your founders and you got your devs, right? And then or is it? No, it's founders, then Ryan, community manager, I believe, and then you have your devs right below them. So, and I think that's where Ryan needs to step up his I'm not trying to downgrade Ryan.
No, I get you.
I think that's where Ryan needs to, like, because like, yeah, the devs are going to be like, you know, head down doing the work, and Ryan's like, hey, you know, let's just Balix, you know, like, let's, you know, let me get a little information from you. Let me get some PR stuff from you, you know? And he's like, Balix is sitting there doing his job. Hey, yeah, all right, I'll get to you. You know, like, all right. And then that's when they kind of organize you and me. Like, we sat here and organize this, hey, 10:30 work for you? All right, 10:30, let's got it. You know, like, okay. So, okay, yeah, you need that. Let's, lunchtime. We'll talk lunchtime and we'll go over that. And then it goes back to hard to work. And then they do the little thing, and then Ryan's able to present us with that little PR. But like, Ryan needs to be that little more of a nudger, like, hey, I know you guys are working, I get it, but we need something. You know, it's getting a cool idea. It's been a while since we've had an announcement, and it's getting a little dry out here. We need something.
I think it would be a great idea if you know, the community manager at Fault, and you know, any of the games, uses these partners as foot soldiers. But hear me out here. Let's say there's a teaser. Only Cooch has that teaser. Cooch showed it live on stream. Now the rest of the partners are making content about Cooch's stream and the teaser. Now Cooch gets shared throughout the rest of his partners. Then content, Cooch grows. And then next week, Briddick has an exclusive teaser. Now we're all talking about Briddick and his teaser. Now we're like, yo, you get me? Now we're like, yo, my God, like, what's going on here? What's happening? And this was all organized by the community manager. But you get me? It generates hype. And then, yo, I wonder who's going to be the next partner. I wonder who the next leak going to be. Holy shit. Look at this person. Oh, like, let's say, I don't know, like, let me just grab another random partner off of the list. Flux. Let's say out of nowhere, Flux shows a body part of the next hero. Oh, wait a fucking minute. Who the fuck is that? And now we're all promoting Flux and the game. You get what I'm saying? Like, almost like intertwining, like making sure that we're a huge web with strands connecting everywhere. As opposed to saying, like, even with the previous idea, as opposed to just simply saying, hey, this is what we're talking about. I wish I could tell you guys more. And then like the day before be like, hey, so this is the 411. You feel me? And generally you could, even that little teaser between partners, you could stretch that shit out for like, how many partners are even live right now? 13 partners are actually online in their Discord right now. You could stretch that shit out for 3 months and 1 week at a teaser per week, and you didn't really have to do shit in the PR mode world. And you've been ramping up for the major release.
100%. No, that'd be great. I'm all about it. I'm on board. How do we pull Ryan into this conversation? Let's pull him in. Three-way Discord call.
I know my haters at some point are literally just like, bro, why don't you just fucking go work for Strange Matter Studios? I mean, low key, I don't plan on it. But low key, this is my wallet. Come on, guys. Like, I'm trying to give out ideas here. But you get me. There's like
you guys couldn't see his wallet because it matches his green screen, so it literally fit. Like you guys would not be able to tell. Isn't
that so fucking weird? My background is the guy. I'm a derp, bro. I'm a derp.
He's actually got B-frame video of just zoom in and zoom out of his wallet, and that's what you see as his green screen.
It was a background. That's it. My wallet was green. That's it. Oh my god! But see, this is my thing on it too. Like, when I mentioned the phrase "missed opportunities," I honestly think it might just come down to creativeness, right? And
possibly,
it really is a lot of pressure to throw everything to one guy when the average company has a team for community engagement. You get me? There's a leader, but they got a team. Like, they got people that are, like, for example, if Ryan is the community manager, Ryan should have 2 or 3 individuals constantly feeding him ideas. Be like, hey, why don't we try this? Yeah. Why don't we try that? And then Ryan's the one that says, that's a great idea. Let's put that into action.
Yep. It
is incredibly difficult to get somebody to be the thinker and the executioner of a plan.
Right.
You feel me? Like, that really is a lot of pressure, because while he's working on executing, he might not be focusing too much on thinking. You get me? Like, so if anything, Strange Matter Studios, Predecessor, make sure that you guys give your community manager at least 2 other people to get opinions in there, to get the balls rolling. Or
and that also, not even, because Ryan could be the one that's, pushing these through, getting confirmation that he's able to do said thing through the devs, right? And you and me are the ones that will be relaying to the other 2 people, like, hey, we have this idea, like, hey, what about this? And then they could, like, okay, and then they'll hash it out with you and me, like, okay, well, how would this work? How would that work? All right, like, and then once we get it all hashed out, then they can, hey, Cooch and I were talking, and this is what we got, and they present it to Ryan, and then it's like, okay, and Ryan looks at it, and then by that time, it's already kind of smoothed out, so then Ryan can just pretty much take it, hand it to the devs. What are your thoughts? And then the next thing you know, and then the turnaround will be a lot faster, because like we were talking about, we had that conference call months ago. It feels like it was a while ago. It might not have been that long ago, but it feels like months ago that we had that conference call with Ryan, and he was talking about he's working on documents for us to sign an NDA, so then he can be a little more upfront with us what's going on. It's been crickets since then. So. And I think I know Ryan's busy. I know he's doing things. But if we had stuff like that would happening,
just like Ryan even another person between Ryan and us.
Yeah, Ryan could have that other person work on that document while Ryan's doing whatever else. And next thing you know, that other person comes to us, you and me. Hey, Cooch, Windu, we need you to sign this document, and then we'll go on. Let me know when you're done with it. Send it back to me, whatever, through this file, whatever Google document, doesn't matter, and then. So we signed it. Hey, I signed it. It's okay. I'll let Ryan know you signed it, and then we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
I know if I go through my Discord, there is an unnamed. I think it's an unnamed one. Oh, right here. There's 3 members in here. You, me, and Ryan. And it's about the YouTube. He wants to talk about us about YouTube stuff. There's a created Discord conversation for you and me and Ryan for about talking about YouTube stuff. There's nothing in it. Hey, all it says for me is Ryan added WinduTheMace. That's it. But nothing else has been said about it. And that was the end of, so that was over 2 weeks ago. Nothing else has been said. Again, I know he's busy. I'm not trying to bash him at all, but like, if we had that extra person help him out, there could be more things going on right now.
I mean, yeah, it simply comes down to that. Like, if there is a workload, and you have one individual carrying many hats, focusing on many things, you can only expect so much out of one individual. But if Ryan, let me put it to you this way. If Strange Matter Studios is an army and Ryan is a general of community management, where's his foot soldiers? You get me? Where are his captains, his platoon leaders? Like,
as long as we're not Foot Clan, I'm okay with this. As a Team ST fan, I can't.
Fucking Ninja Turtle. I'm done, bro.
I told you, man. I'm an old gamer, man.
Oh my god,
I'm an old school on you,
bro,
man.
Oh, wait, now you're bringing me into your bubble. Hold up, hold up.
Hey,
don't you bring up these clay dolls? Man, those old school Ninja Turtles were the bomb. I don't care what anybody says. Man. But
and the year they were created, the year they were created, the same year I was created. So I'm telling you, man.
Hey, that doesn't make you old. Don't bring me into your fucking bubble, bro. That does not make you old.
You are younger than me, and that's another thing we talked about last time when we put this together. I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest partner in the list of partners. I don't know who's all there, but I think I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest one there.
Honestly, I think it's probably a tie between you and Mangoose.
Oh yeah, you know what?
TVA?
Mangoose is never live there, so but yeah, I think Mangoose probably is there.
Because he still is a partner. He still is on the list.
Yeah, no, he definitely is. He definitely is a partner, but he's just not live, so I don't see his name actively there. So I always
took
forget.
The opposite approach of you, though. He keeps the beard short, bald, so you can't tell shit. It's like I can't tell if Mangoose is like 37 or 53, bro. He really could be either right now because he takes care of himself and shit. So I'm like, I really like Mangoose could low key be a senior citizen. I don't know. Like he could low key, or he's just in his 30s. I really don't know. Like some people really do age like that. It's kind of weird,
right?
But
I can't remember the name of the pill. But what is that? What is that old guy? He's like an old fit guy. He's got muscles and is talk about taking a pill. It starts with a B. I can't. It's a commercial. I have to go back and look at it, but literally,
hey, man, my mind went towards the wrong commercial here. I'm gonna just let you know. He said an old guy, taking a pill. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, hey, what chat are we going towards?
Hey,
what is it?
As long as it's fit, right? What? Hold up, what?
Oh my god, I'm done. But no, I mean, honestly, right now, our chat made it to about an hour, low key.
Oh yeah.
So I think this is a pretty good ending point. Just a real quick, do you got a personal message to the community? Something you want to share personally?
Yeah, stick with us. Things are growing. You can see just how everything's been going. Just look when the early access happened to like we were talking about lackadaisical with the developers, and then all of a sudden now we got dev blogs, we got dev streams, patch notes are getting pushed, we got characters being pushed. Things are growing, and we're gonna have, I don't know when, I have no clue, but we're gonna have a free to play here soon. I feel it coming. Shit's coming down the turnpike, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I really hope they do make that first quarter 2021 deadline, because that's gonna be a really, really nice push. And I almost want to elaborate too, stick with us not only for fault for anybody that's watching, but for other content. Because like I was saying, I do my best to regularly provide content as for any of the projects, so to speak. But there are a lot of individuals that are fault partners or not fault partners that are just like Cooch. Like, hey, he's like, you know what? I'm laying most of my eggs in this basket because this is the only one that I actually can pick up. And then from there, once I got other baskets to compare, you're gonna see me take turns, use this basket one day, that basket another day, etc. So definitely stick with us as far as content creation. Go follow this man on YouTube. Go follow this man on Twitch. He was just talking about his whole one viewer life. Don't let that man be that way. But honestly, just go follow the man. Really a chill person, awesome, down to heart. And I mean, you guys know me as usual. Till the next video.